Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of gameplay and commentary. Before we get started, as you notice, my picture is bigger than normal just because we will announce our second winner of the booster pack for today. And Zephyrin2910, congratulations. It seems like you might be living in Germany, but you won the booster pack. So definitely reach out to me if you go onto my YouTube. There's a email that you can reach out to me at gelatinlorcana@gmail.com. And we can kind of figure out how to get you your prize. So hopefully just the by the random chance, maybe we definitely hope to potentially get some a little bit more US based winners, hopefully. But definitely if you're outside of the US, still comment, you can win, just like Zephyrin2910. Just it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get postage and get it sent over there, but it is all great. So congratulations there. His comment was, here in Germany, I got my first booster box for MSRP and all the starter decks. Awesome. Congratulations for also being able to get your hand on Lorcana product. I know it's been pretty crazy this first week. So nice. No enchanted rares though, but the legendaries and super rares were great. We have organized play with a constructed format every Thursday from now on. I'm pretty stoked to say the least. Definitely. It's really cool because I also have a local LGS that's doing a constructed league on Thursdays. So we might be playing around the same time, even though the time zones are completely different. Yeah, also I just took a run and then had some dinner, so I am just sweating bullets here. It is nice though. It's so warm where I live right now. Summer is really coming on full force. Awesome. Well, as always, we are now on the third booster pack raffle today. And so as always, leave a comment. And let's make things interesting. So this time in the comments, if you want to, all comments will be entered for the raffle. But it would be really cool to hear what would be a character or a movie franchise that is not in the first chapter of Lorcana that you would really like to see in future releases. So yeah, definitely post your most desired characters or cards. It could be an item as well or a song that isn't currently in Lorcana the first set yet. And best of luck to everyone. And I will be doing, as always, the raffle when I create the next video. Cool. Let's move our screen and close the image. There we go. And let's get to our regular content now. So what are we going to bring to you today? So I am going to be showcasing a deck that I've been working on. It's by no means new or anything, but I'm having some fun with it. And the idea with this deck is that there's so many people on Pixelborn running one of two decks, the Emerald Amber Aggro variety, or the Ruby Amethyst control deck. So either control or aggro. And so the idea here is that we're trying to find a nice balance. I wouldn't call this necessarily a mid-range deck. I kind of call this a hybrid deck. So essentially what it is a aggro deck with some tech to help you beat other aggro decks. Um, so instead of running Amber Emerald, I'm running just Emerald because me personally, I feel like Emerald itself is enough to out aggro control. Of course, you're not always going to be able to beat control depending on your draw, but it gives you a good enough chance against control that I'm happy with. And then we include Steel, because Steel can is one of the best colors to deal with an opponent's aggro deck. Between the Tinkerbells and Grab Your Swords, they're just really great ways to remove your opponent's Flynn Riders and Cheshire Cats and Kuzcos and all of that good stuff. We do include a whole new world just to recharge, and so let's go through the rest of the deck list. So essentially what we have here is um, uh, Aladdin, Prince Ali, specifically for his ward ability. So sometimes when playing against opponent's control, you really want some characters with ward to quest. But most of the time, Aladdin Prince Ali is a ink card. It's low cost and it's inkable, so I include it in this deck. Flynn Rider, as always, just your go-to. You always, like, ideally you get 4 of them and you can play all 4 out in your hand. They're just super good value. If you haven't played with Flynn Rider, I highly recommend just try it out in any sort of deck. And I think you'll be happy with the results. Then we have 4 copies of Cheshire Cat, just another great threat on the board. 4 copies of Hans. In fact, I'm pretty sure I run 4 copies of every card. But Hans is one of the earliest 3 lore questers you can get out at 4. And then we have an evasive Tinkerbell. Sometimes you just need the evasive in order to prevent your opponents from challenging, especially Amethyst. Amethyst has a tough time dealing with evasives if they don't have kind of a plan for them. And then we have our iconic 5-cost duo, Kuzco and Mad Hatter. Kuzco is just great. It has protection in the form of ward, and it quests for 3 lore. And Mad Hatter, that quests for 3, and potentially lets you draw some cards. Then in Steel, we have Fire the Cannons and Captain Hook. So Captain Hook is just a great 1-cost character. A lot of times you just want to play down a 1-cost character either to pressure your opponent's board or to deal with opponent's aggro cards. And then we have Fire the Cannons, which is great removal. Sometimes having a Fire the Cannons to destroy like a Gaston or both ink against a control matchup where you can kill an opponent's character to give your characters a free turn of questing, or in aggro where you want to keep your opponent from questing. Fire the Cannons really helps. I include it instead of Smash. I took out the Smashes. Specifically, Fire the Cannons is uninkable, whereas Smash is inkable, and so that's why I had the space to include Fire the Cannons as an uninkable, so I just took out the Smashes. And then for Goons, once again, 1-drop to kind of pressure the board. Hercules with Bodyguard to protect your board, kind of like Simba, but we aren't running Amber, so we just gotta make do with Hercules being the earliest Bodyguard character we can play. The little Tink, just to be able to shift into the big Tink. And then the whole new world and Grab Your Swords. Pretty self-explanatory. A whole new world to get some additional cards. Sometimes against an aggro, you can just mill their Be Prepared, which is always great. And then Grab Your Swords can deal damage across the board. Awesome. So that's kind of the Emerald Steel deck that I've been running. Honestly, it's a pretty 50-50 deck. I think it's a little bit more fun to play rather than the Amber Amethyst Control. I still think the Amber Amethyst Control is probably the best competitive deck, but this deck definitely gives all of the current meta decks a run for their money. So we are going to go into a couple of games and see how they go. And as always, I'll be showcasing likely two games, win or lose, and just talk through about how the the deck plays, and if it loses, what are some of the hard roadblocks that it runs into, and if it wins, why it does well. So let's see. We don't really need a whole new world in our hands. We don't need both cannons. In fact, I'm probably gonna mulligan both cannons because it's more of a priority for us to get a good early game plan going, and I don't see any um uh uh Flynn Riders or Cheshire Cats or one drop characters, so I am just gonna mulligan this entire hand. There we go. Much, much better. We have one, two, three, four, five. About as good of a hand as you can ask for right now. I would have really preferred something other than grab your swords, but can't have the god draw every single game. Okay, so looks like we're playing as another steel amber. Okay, interesting. Ah, man, I really need some inkables. Um, um, what's? I feel like we Hercules is not as important, but it's on the curve, so I guess we will play on the curve. Pass. We don't want to quest with Captain Hook because 10 times out of 10 they're gonna just swing into it with Stitch. So we have like Hercules to protect our characters when we quest next turn. So that's why we're just not questing. Like now absolutely we'll be able to quest. Perfect. We will ink a Tinkerbell, Bodyguard, and quest, pass. We could have killed a Simba, but I think with the Hercules bodyguard, we might as well quest with the Captain Hook for now. Oof, duh. Okay. Smash is good. Okay, well, at least we can fire the cannons. Onto that pesky Simba. Oh, that's rough. 3 uninkables. I don't run too many. I run 16 uninkables, but with the whole new world, I feel fine, but kind of unlucky drawing into all of these uninkables here. Maybe our opponent will help us a little bit if they play out a whole new world. What do we want? Okay. Slowly starting to get there. Once we get to 5 costs, we can grab your swords. That will even out the playing field quite a bit. We're getting a lot of value here. So maybe this deck still runs into a little bit of trouble with the uninkables. Definitely gonna grab your swords here. They do get to continue the quest for 2 with that Rapunzel, which is super annoying. Hopefully they don't have another Rapunzel in their hand. Just as I say that, they do have another Rapunzel. At least, if they do play a whole new world, it kind of nullifies that. Oh, that's a lot of stuff on board. That's rough. I think we just got done in by our uninkables this game. So yeah, let's go take a quick look at go back to drawing board a little bit. I mean, we did get a grab your swords. Don't think it's gonna save us. Yeah. Would a cannon save us? Not even a cannon would save us. Right. They have, yeah, 20 on board. So, good game. I'm gonna take a quick look at our deck. So yeah, good to know. This is kind of what comes into deck building. Kind of do want to grab your sword and fire the cannons, and the Cuscos. Do you think? I think it might have just been a little bit unlucky. We need 4 a whole new worlds. Maybe we cut some a whole new worlds. Maybe we cut it into 2. And then we grab something else like Cruella's. I don't like Cruella though. I feel like it's a little bit slow. It needs to be inkable. John Silver could be nice. Um, or Mother Gotho. You know what? Let's give Mother Gotho a try. Do you have Donald Ducks for more bodyguards? Um, what else do we have? Beast's Mirror? Beast's Mirror could be interesting. If anything, it will just be kind of an inkable card. I just feel like it might be a little bit slow. But if it's not for Beast Mirror, like for speed, I guess the only thing left is things like Lilo on turn 3. Hercules, Tinkerbell, Cheshire Cat. Lilo may be better than Beast Mirror here. Yeah, I'm gonna try adding 2 Lilos. Right, let's give this another go. Hopefully we don't get as run into as much trouble with our uninkables this game, but Snapcaster. Well, good luck to Snapcaster. We got don't need grab your swords. We got a turn 1 play. So we don't need 2. I'd rather take the goons. Don't need a Mad Hatter, don't need that. Tinkerbell on 3 can be nice. You know what? I really want those Flynn Riders. I'm gonna mulligan aggressively. Okay, guess we got there. We don't need the Mad Hatters. We're gonna play our goons. And pass. Blue, ramp. Okay, nice. We'll Inca goons. Play out a Flynn Rider. Quest and pass. I am okay taking the Flounder 1-for-1 trade with the goons. Now he might not even trade because he wants to save the Flounder for the Flynn Rider. But little does he know, we have a Hercules to protect us. Yeah, see? So now what we want to do, we definitely want to play out the Hercules. And we will. So the question is, do we attack with the goons into the Flounder? Assuming they're gonna run the Philoctetes into the Hercules. It gives me one extra questing turn with the Flynn Rider. I think that might be the play here. So just to get rid of something that can kill my Flynn Rider, and at least force my opponent to have an answer there. Okay. Well, they have an answer in the form of Simba Protective Cub. We will continue to play out our Flynn Riders and quest. Hopefully we get an Inkable. They need to discard a card. Totally okay with that. Speaking of which, what did they discard? Hades. Interesting. We didn't get too much value out of that Rapunzel. This is great. We'll play out a Kuzco and continue our mission of questing. Hopefully they don't have another Rapunzel in their hand. What did they be our guest? Man, 2 Rapunzels, that's rough. That is very rough. We will be on our mission of questing. Not much else to do. This deck focuses. This is technically an aggro deck, so we will continue to quest. Okay. Man, that Robin Hood can also deal with our Tinkerbell. And our Tinkerbell can't sing Grab Your Swords, huh? Man. Well, we're playing Grab Your Swords, and we're questing with the Tinkerbell. If they want to run the Robin Hood in, at least they'll kill it. But they do outrace me right now with those Rapunzels. What did they get back? Hades? Oh yeah. That's going to be pretty annoying. They'll hook, but I think honestly, at this point, they're probably going to win. Man, 0-2 with this deck. It's rough. Anything can save that can save us in our deck? Nope. Good game. Well, those were fast games, so I am going to do one more and see how it goes. Honestly, maybe it's making me rethink kind of this emerald steel combination. The Rapunzels are just so much value. Is there anything I could have done in that game to maybe not give the Rapunzels as much value there? Um, I mean, I had a quest, right? I guess I could have not quest. Okay, so at least now we know the deck we're up against. We want to go fast, as always. This is a pretty good hand to go fast. Don't want the cannons. Okay. Well, guess we're going fast this game. The Cheshire Cats are going to be very nice against his deck. We got the Hercules next turn into a bunch of Cheshire Cats, so it will be very nice. Do we need both Hercules? Yeah. Don't think he has a way of dealing with the Hercules and taking some damage. Philoctetes is annoying. Once again, we just need to be careful about the Rapunzels. So what can he do? He can run both of them in and then run I mean, yeah, but so much value. Yeah, we're playing another bodyguard. We're gonna quest with everything. And we're gonna pass. Go for it. He needs to pretty much sacrifice his entire board. Um, but I mean, he will be able to get like what one card draw from running his last character into a Flynn Rider, and he's not going to play. Okay, so he's not gonna get that Rapunzel value this turn, which is good. Okay. You can play a Hans or a Cheshire Cat. I think we take out his board. Do we play around Rapunzel? That's the question. We don't have to, right? Because we have a whole new world in our hand. Playing out the Hans, regardless. So Flynn Rider isn't really gonna help if we're planning on playing a whole new world. We're just gonna quest. They'll be able to get some Rapunzel value, but I think the whole new world offsets any value from the Rapunzel that they get. So the plan is to play a whole new world regardless. Okay. Oh man. If it were anything else, I would be tempted to. See, the problem with this ink is I really want to play both of them, but I can't ink another card to play it. And I do think a Cheshire Cat's gonna be a little bit slow here. Man, it would be really nice to be able to play both. We will make our opponent have to deal with a Cheshire Cat. We'll ink the Flynn Rider and pass. Hades is probably going to run into the Hans. The good news is, opponent, I was just about to say opponent only has one card in hand, but that Stitch can draw him a lot of cards. That does not help. I guess the best thing we can do is kill the Flounder, and pass. But opponent can flood the board, but thankfully we gotta grab your swords. Fortunately, Simba is one of those cards that grab your swords can't quite kill. Well, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He does have lethal on board. I don't think I have a way of dealing with that. Yeah. Once again, foiled by. If Cheshire Cat could sing a song, that would be amazing. 1 damage across. 2 doesn't do anything. Yep, good game. Rough. Alright, one more, and we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we don't run into him again, just to get a variety of players. That's good. So we got a new player. We will learn to kind of put all of our uninkables, mulligan them away. We do go second though, so. But once again, this is a pretty nice hand. We got a nice curve. We're playing a similar amber deck. Think the Tinkerbell. Play out a Goons. Pass. Turn 2 we play out the Flynn. Turn 3 we play out the Cheshire, I guess. Well, I mean, or we just turn 2 play out Captain Hook and the goons and pass. Captain Hook can take out the Simba, so man, these Amber Steel decks. Maybe the Amber Steel is better than Emerald Steel, huh? I wonder if it's faster with the Rapunzels. Maybe that's where I'll take a look in future videos. Um, let's just hope that they don't have a giant tink. But if we're not questing, giant tink isn't that big of an issue. Okay. Still manageable. Grab your swords would be not good. Um, Even a shift giant tank would not be super good either. That's good. Is this gonna be a tink? Okay. Thankfully, that means they don't have any targets. I will take that. Okay. And I get to refill my hand. Not bad at all. And we will definitely try to figure out a way to deal with that Stitch, huh? Need to kill the bodyguard, regardless. Um, Inca Hercules. Play grab your swords. Attack. Attack. Next turn I'll be able to play all my tanks. The question is it worth making them discard a card and question with the Flynn Riders? Yeah. The odds are just too high that opponent has another Tinko Grab Your Swords that can just kill my Flynn Riders, so might as well get the value out of them. Yep. As expected. At least now I get to play out all of my Tinks. Rapunzels are gonna be real bad for us. So I think the Amber deck is pretty nice. The Amber Steel combination. This is great learning. So like as you kind of run decks out, you can kind of see what opponents run that's really nice. Um, they do save for ink though, so I bet you they don't have a Rapunzel. Okay, we might have been saved by the fact that they don't have a Rapunzel. Because Our next turn is just going to be Inkwell, Tink, kill the Donald, ping that Tink. And pass. If only Fire the Cannons did one more damage, that would have been great. Okay. That's fine. We do have a whole new world, so we're probably going to try to ink and play Tinkerbell. Oh, this is great. Tinkerbell Fire the Cannon just outright killed the Ariel. Don't mind if I do. This is actually pretty nice. There's no reason to ink a Tinkerbell, right? Yeah, there's no reason to ink the Tinkerbell. We will take that. Beast does nothing. Another pink quest. Ink the Hercules. Pass. We do have a whole new world in hand, so we might as well just ink cards that we are playing to try to get a little bit more value out of our hand from redrawing than our opponent. The opponent is going to honestly, they might end up playing the whole new world. We are fine. Yeah, we are fine with that. We are totally fine with that. Drawing to 2 Kuzcos. That's great. So we get so much value out of that whole new world. The opponent does have a lot of ink to play with now. Donald Duck and Rapunzel. Thankfully, it only heals 1. Not too bad. Lots of Kuzcos. We're definitely running out of Kuzco. We're probably gonna ink in Aladdin and run out a Tinkerbell. Give Donald Duck evasive so we can attack into the beast. Okay, that's pretty nice. Okay. And then we'll quest. I forgot. We gave Donald Duck evasive, so we can't actually attack into it with our Tinkerbell. But that's still pretty nice to be able to get rid of their beast there. Wait. Oh, and Donald Duck gives itself evasive during their turn. I mean, they got some more card draw. That is always good. But next turn, we can slam down 2 more Cuscos. What we're worried about is if opponent has like double grab your swords. They already played 1. Assuming they run 4 in their deck, they have 2 more. Yeah. I think I'm going to hold off on playing both of the Kuzcos. It's fair. I get to quest for a lot. They are a Kuzco and a Mad Hatter. They need lots of grab your swords, I guess. Oof. Okay, that's gross. I kind of wish I had a grab your swords. If we can win off of the Cusco, I might just do that. And hope that opponent does have two grab your swords. I think it's starting to run away from 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. They have 9 on board. Um, they have 9 on board. You can go to 15. And see what they do. 2 grab your swords outright kills us, but if they don't have 2 grab your swords, I think we eke this one out. That's 1. Okay. Okay. Kills Giordano Duck. They still need to kill a Cusco. Whew. Okay. They're gonna be... Okay. So I do need to kill something, but we can also threaten. So we do need to remove something. Like we're gonna remove the Rapunzel. We're gonna play out Cusco. Is Hans better than Lilo? No. They had 2 grab your swords, they would have played it. But the question is, did it have 1 grab your sword? Do I play out the Hans or go for... I think I play out the Hans. And pass. Because I don't think they have 2, and Hans can survive 1 grab your swords. So... Okay, that's a lot of card draw. Can't really prevent that. Man, this is on the edge of a cliff kind of type game. Okay, they're probably looking for that grab your swords, but they can't sing it. Yeah, they don't have enough. Do I eke this one out? We'll take it. All right. This deck has won 1 out of 4 games. Not the best record, but there you go. I had some fun with this deck. Try to kind of build around it, make it a little bit more optimized. But yeah, I think Ember Steel is just a better deck than Emerald Steel. So I'm probably gonna work on that next. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. As always, don't forget about the raffle that's happening. Leave a comment to this video, and I would hope to kind of know what you guys would like to see in terms of new characters for the upcoming Lorcana sets. But yeah, best of luck. Hope you guys win some booster packs. There'll be so this video is doing a booster pack raffle, the next video is doing a booster pack raffle, and then the video after that is going to be the starter deck raffle. So I bet you that'll be pretty exciting. So good luck to all of you guys, and hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your days. Take care.